Two one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. Tyreek Hill on the return. So here are the Chiefs now coming out for their opening drive. And leading them, Charles, their quarterback, their field general. They'll come out throwing here on first down. No gain, and it's second down. And as we peer at this offense now, let's look at Jamal Charles, a guy who continues to be so productive in this league.
No matter where he touches it on the field, there's a very good chance he can go the distance.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. A dump off for Charles. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be third down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance. That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here, game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. Third down conversion here is big.
That's what they were aiming for. You want to keep moving the sticks, get into a rhythm, gain confidence as you go along. And right now, mission accomplished.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. And we peek at the defense now for Philadelphia.
I'm going to take a good, strong look at the veteran presence in the secondary. That is Malcolm Jenkins. Starts at safety, plays cornerback when they go into their nickel sets. He can move inside and cover the slot receivers. He's also a guy who knows how to turn the football around when he picks it off. 3 interceptions in 2016, 2 of them returned for touchdowns.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Here we go.
Looking to throw. And it's complete to Kelsey. The 21 yards there as they convert on third. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
To the right side, it's Kelsey. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Back to throw. Conley's got it over the middle. And a big hit at the end of that one. He's knocked down hard. The reception good for 7. It's third down. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Demetrius Harris, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Chiefs take it right down and score drive. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the fourth quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. Leading them is their second-year quarterback, also the number 2 overall pick a season ago, Carson Wentz.
I think his task in this game is really simple. Eliminate the turnovers. He threw 2 interceptions last week. I can't believe I led with that because he had 3 touchdown passes.
Right.
So there's a lot of good that he did. But he's got to take care of the ball better. The ball has to go to guys wearing the jerseys that they're wearing this week, not the opposition.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. He'll turn and give this to McCoy running right. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. We see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Give him 8 on the play, and that's going to make it 3rd down and 10. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Donnie Jones set to punt it away now in his 14th year in the NFL. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. And out come the Chiefs now. And coming up on their second drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice, that it all came together. But I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
He'll look to throw. And complete to Moncrief over the middle. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And he is knocked down from the side. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Play fake here on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. 23 yards on the play.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
And a look at the numbers for Jamal Charles last week. 2 trips to the end zone and well past 100 yards.
And going back and watching the film, we saw every kind of run from him, didn't we? We saw some power, we saw finesse, we saw speed, and what I love the most, he finished each and every run.
Going underneath for Charles. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's fourth.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So he splits the uprights there, and I would imagine it's nice as a kicker. Right when it leaves your foot, you know it's good.
Yeah, it's kind of like a golfer that picks up his tee after a nice drive without even watching it land.
Solid analogy. I like it. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Set to return. Here's Raheem Mostert. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go. There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? That sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. And that is what you call a hit stick. Put down to the ground hard at the 41-yard line.
And that play was vintage Derek Johnson. Made a play in the backfield. In college, he did as an outside linebacker. Used speed to get to the backfield. Now, a bulked-up inside linebacker with multiple Pro Bowls on his resume.
And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
That's two really good stops in a row. Back-to-back tackles for losses. I mean, let's face it, they are locked into what they're doing offensively. And now, they've earned the right to rush the passer on third down, haven't they?
Yeah, and offensively, they're going to have to do something else because the run game, at least on this drive, isn't working. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on third down to bring up fourth. Here's Donnie Jones now as he'll kick it away for the second time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
A really nice gain of 25 yards. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
Now let's go. Green 30.
They go play action here on first down. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at second down. But tapping those toes, he tried to get both in bounds. He could not do it, though.
In tap dance parlance, could not complete the shuffle. All right, needed to get that shuffle down with both feet, not just one.
Is that what they say?
There it is. You know, put a little sand down on the stage.
I'll take your word for it, my man. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They'll look to throw. And he's got room. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short. Second down, they need less than a yard to pick up the first. They'll hand it off. This is Charles. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll drop to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. He doesn't find a ton of space following the display of quick feet down just inside the 45. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll make it 2nd down. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Let's go. Blue landed.
Following the penalty, here's Charles. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. 1 quarter down, 10-zip our score, and we're back to Arrowhead after this.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin as the Chiefs in possession of the football as we begin the 2nd quarter. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out. Again, it's Charles. Sharp move, but can't find much space. Dropped just inside the 20. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on third down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They run it. It's Charles. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Big boys down there in the trenches, and a nice play to stop them cold. Nothing there.
Yeah, when you talk about big boys, you're talking about those defensive tackles, those nose tackles. They're not just big, they're immense, and what a big-time play there.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt, and this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Now, I can't imagine any celebrations being any bigger than your first NFL touchdown. And this rookie running back is still seeking his. He's not going to get it on that play.
A first scoring update now from Carolina. And it's the Panthers there out to the early advantage. Cam Newton, a single touchdown pass to this point in that one. He'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Brandon Graham in there to get him for a loss of 9. And that'll lead to 4th down. And he's on the heels of winning the NFC Defensive Player of the Week award. He had a pair of sacks in last week's game, Charles.
So much for adjusting, so much for game planning, right? You know that he had the 2 sacks last week. Why aren't you able to block him? Sometimes the superior athlete just wins.
Here's Cairo Santos now for the Chiefs field goal. From the left hash, this from 34. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So they get 3. They were hoping for 6. An unlucky number 13 play drive.
Well, you go to the sideline after putting 3 points on the board, happy, but you wanted to be ecstatic. You wanted to have 6 on the board. On the opposite sideline, though, the defense, I think they're high-fiving each other, only giving up 3 after letting them run that much offense.
This one taken from the 7. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. A reminder, coming up tonight, Green Bay visits Atlanta. All sorts of storylines there. A playoff rematch, also the opening of Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And then on Monday night, the Giants host the Lions.
So the Giants play on Sunday night and Monday night to open the season.
Yeah, 2 under the lights. They'll start on the ground with McCoy. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain on that run. And while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
Again, it's McCoy. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
And an extra DB here for the Chiefs on third down.
Pass situation.
Play action. Now Wentz. Looking deep here for Macklin. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. Fourth down now.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Down carry here for Charles. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
He just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
To throw here. He's going to float this one deep right side. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that and have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
They'll run it now out of the gun. A beautiful spin and room to run. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Jamal Charles, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
So the drive there, they went 80 yards in 3 plays. And Jamal Charles able to cap it off with a touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Deshaun Jackson getting set to go again on offense. You better believe that he's well aware he has 0 catches right now, and they're losing, so he's probably a little hungry.
And the guys on defense are aware as well. And they're really excited that he has no catches, but they're also worried. Because a lot of times, just like the ticking time bomb, the longer you hold him down, when he finally explodes, look out.
Yeah, no catches, though, so far in this game. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it third down at 6.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort. for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. Now Wentz on third down. He'll set up the screen to McCoy. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. And a screen only good for 3 that time, and it'll bring up a fourth down.
They dialed up the screen pass on third down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
Here is the punter Jones as he gets this one away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they give up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about to us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to get this one up past the 25. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
They'll set up a throw. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And he's brought down after a good gain. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes. I think it's pretty safe to say that when you're up 3 touchdowns, the last thing you want to do is hang one up there and put it in jeopardy and possibly get it intercepted. Got a nice lead. You should be able to protect it. But if you get careless with the football, look out.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down. On fourth down on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. Here now a look at Leshawn McCoy. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit. Maybe featuring other people touching it for a while. And then you got a chance to come back to him when things have changed a little bit. They have to make an adjustment.
There's still time for him here as we sit in the second quarter. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
I think they want to start getting back into this game. It behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Now a play fake. Wentz. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a third down. The Eagles on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Working from the gun. Wentz. This is caught by Jackson. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for him, too.
Now a first down carry here for McCoy. And down he goes just beyond the 35. And that pretty move got him some extra space to run. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. So we've got a 2nd and 5. 1:59 to go in the first half. We're back to Arrowhead after this. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will have the highlights and analysis of this first half from our studios in Orlando.
And I have a fairly solid idea about which team will be featured prominently in those highlights.
Might be a little bias. Wentz to throw on 2nd down. This one complete to Mohamed Sanu. And he's going to be marked down deep into Kansas City territory. A big play there for Philly. 52 yards.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
First down, Wentz. Going to drop this off to McCoy, complete. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A gain of 7 that time, 2nd and goal. On 2nd down, here's Wentz. Floating one, incomplete.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Wentz now on 3rd and goal. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jeremy Maclin, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive. Now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. They've got the lead. He's a big reason why. Looking sharp so far.
And as we travel around the league, we see quarterbacks get it done in a variety of ways. But today's NFL does tell us one thing. If that guy doesn't play well, their team's not going to win. And right now he's got his team in the lead.
And now they'll look to extend that lead. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Second down now after the pass completion.
Let's go. 3-19.
Looking to throw. It's Hill, complete. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. So we're back in the offense getting set following the call of that timeout. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And an alley to run. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Give him 9 on the play. And it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first. He'll go down. They got him for a sack. And before they can run this third down play, we're going to get a timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. The Chiefs on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Now back to throw. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off around the 41. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The rookie picked off the rookie.
And guess what? They're pretty familiar with each other. It's not like when I was growing up and the dinosaurs were roaming the earth and you heard about a guy somewhere. Now they run into each other at camps, going through high school ball, recruiting, college games, all-star games, you name it. A lot more familiarity with each other.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Now Wentz throwing on second down. Jackson's got it over the middle. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And we're back. The offense had a chance to talk things over. We'll see what they come up with here on this next play. On third and long, it's Wentz. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively and then just continued there with that incompletion.
And definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
A final shot before half for Wentz. And an alley to run. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've come upon halftime here in Arrowhead with the Chiefs on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? Meanwhile, the second quarter score from Carolina. And it's the Panthers there out to the early advantage. Cam Newton with 2 first-half touchdown passes.
All right, let's do it. Here's a look at the first half highlights. Chiefs on offense early in the first. Kelsey's got the reception. Won't be brought down until he makes it to the 34-yard line. Later on the drive, Harris is wide open here on the catch, and he goes in for the TD to cap the drive. That takes the lead up to 7. Chiefs on offense midway through the second. Here a throw deep down the field is caught, and he ends up at the 44-yard line before he stopped on the play. Continuing on the drive, Charles got a running lane here, and this two-play drive goes for a TD. That takes the lead up to 20. Eagles take over late in the second. Wentz is on target here, and he caps off the 7-play drive with a score, trailing now by 13.
Okay, Larry, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Carson Wentz and the Eagles make their way out to the field. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say you want to get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go. He'll hope to respond positively here to start the third quarter. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. For McCoy, in the last 7 years, 5 of them over 1,000 yards. Underrated in how strong he is through the hole. But the best part of his game, open field, where he makes a whole lot of people miss. In 2016, he was 7th in the league in rushing yardage. Here's Wentz to throw, and the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. But not to get too overcritical there, because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that. I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete. Now Wentz. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation. Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach. It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, the pressure comes and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Michael Kendricks in from his linebacker's spot. He's able to drop him for a loss of about 10. Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start. Now a handoff. This is Charles. That good for 22 and a first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another. Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary. They'll look to throw here on first down. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Jordan Hicks able to use that strength and get him for a loss of 2. The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again. So the sack on first down there by the defense, and now it's 2nd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball, because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it. But drop it there. Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass. As good as a sack. Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete.
But no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Justin Houston coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. 3rd down here. And Charles got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. And he's out of bounds right at the 25. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
That's taken on the 25. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now here comes Kansas City. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
On the counter, it's Charles. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's brought down, but following a pretty juke move that gives him the 1st down. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, not at all. It came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag. Completed it very well.
Hang on now. All right, now, look at 56. Lucky 56.
Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the chief linemen might have moved.
False start, offense.
So that'll back him up 5. 1st and 15 here behind the chains. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Caught. Kelsey, left side. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Here we go. Green, 39. Green.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. They'll get 4 on second down, but it leaves them with third and still 9 to go.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He is going to find Hill here. That one goes for 29 yards on third down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he'll be out of bounds all the way down at the 5-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Charles, the lone setback. And he'll get it up the middle. A good display of power, but ultimately it gets him just inside the 5 to the 4 and no further. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you will too.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory. Now, this feels like old-school football because this has turned into a good old-fashioned goal line stand. So on offense, what do you do now? Do you decide to run it or throw it if you go for it on 4th down?
So that's 3 field goals for him now, but heck, he's not even halfway to his career best of 7.
Seems like the 7 field goal games are the kind of games I always get assigned to in my other job. Let's hope for this offense's sake they can start cashing in on a few of these drives.
This will be taken in at the 1. A spin. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Carson Wentz, along with his offense, heading back out there for their next possession. How do you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the first half, been good so far here in the third quarter. He's got to like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats. It's almost like you're driving. Hands at 10 and 2, alert for anything out there, watching for trouble on the road, and making sure you get the team home.
The bus driver. See if we can drive the bus here again on this drive.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Bringing it in, Jackson left side. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
The offense on third down tonight, not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. They'll try and run for it with McCoy. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. And they'll keep it on the ground with McCoy. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
On second down, it's McCoy. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. And they got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line.
Holding offense.
The guilty party chants Warmack, the guard out of Alabama. The Eagles on 3rd down. They're hitting it just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd down and 12. From the gun, it's Wentz. Right side caught by Jackson. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Here's Donnie Jones now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the 4th quarter. Now Wentz, gotta have this one. And this is caught. He hits Macklin. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You stop to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
They'll set up the screen to McCoy. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12. Now Wentz again. Quick slant. That's caught by the veteran Macklin. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This time it's 3rd and 3. Again, it's Wentz. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Justin Houston in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
And a long way to go for the offense here on second down. To throw is Wentz. Broken tackle. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. Wentz going to throw. And he can't quite corral it defensively. Maybe some space to go the other direction if he had caught it. That brings up 4th down now. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
And Sturgis able to knock it through, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. So a good snap, good hold, and that one's right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, Brandon.
Now it's Sturgis converted on the field goal. Now he'll send this one away on the kickoff. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
So bad.
I don't know.
Jamal Charles, nobody in front. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Jamal Charles with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. This offense certainly looking a lot more comfortable here at home. They lost last week in the opener on the road, but there's something about that home opener makes you feel more settled.
Yeah, I wish we could quantify it, too, because you're playing the same game. The field's the same, size. We know all of that. But being at home, sometimes when you do things well, you get that extra push from your home fans, and it elevates your game.
And in the driver's seat right now. Charles is going to try and run. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. So the defense has more pressure there, offense or defense, when they go for 2.
I truly believe it's the defense has more pressure because the offense has an entire playbook wide open from the 2-yard line. You can run it, you can throw it. So defensively, I think most teams are going to be aggressive and force the issue and try and bring pressure.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Another wayward pass. Things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. Working from the gun, Wentz. Going to drop this off to McCoy, complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It'll be a gain of 9, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Throwing now is Wentz. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And fortunately, he's able to reel it back in, but it's going to go down as a big loss here on the play. He got it stripped, but you can see the panic in his face from up here through the helmet. He was able to dive back on it.
A good bit of fortune for him, because oftentimes on a strip sack, when that ball is wrenched out of your grasp, it can go in any different direction. It can go way away from you. In this case, it didn't matter. He was able to get on it.
Wentz to throw on 2nd down. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. Being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on 4th down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team, we're going to be aggressive, guys. We're going to go for it. Hey, defense, you got me? A little bit of a challenge to them to see if they'll pick up the rest of the team.
We'll see how they respond now. As they've done all day, they run with Charles. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
And the offense will be looking to get at least some of this yardage back here. It's 2nd and 12. Here's Charles. And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good gain. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad. And in this situation with the lead, 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Short yardage situation. Here's Charles. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Oftentimes when a guy has a game like this, he's going to take his offensive line out to dinner afterwards. But after a play like that, he may tell them, instead of getting the steaks, guys, we might have to go for the hot dogs.
Elsewhere, 4th quarter score now for Baltimore. The Browns, they have scored again to add on to their lead. Dak Prescott, a couple of touchdown passes thus far. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold
But he
up.
trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it. Be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do.
I guess it's good we can't really read the mind of the defensive coordinator now, huh?
Had him pinned back there deep, give up that run. Can't be happy.
Yeah, whatever's in his mind right now, we probably couldn't say over the air.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Second down here after the incomplete pass. They fake the give. Now Wentz. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, getting it across the 25. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think, a guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was, that everyone thought they were doing something and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play. What terrifies defenses when they see slant routes thrown is that the receiver is on the move, and oftentimes he catches it and gets upfield. Does a really nice job rallying to him and stopping him for a minimal gain.
They're on to the fourth quarter now, by the way, at Bank of America Stadium in Carolina. The Panthers really trying to pull off one that not many saw. They lead in that one. Cam Newton, 2 touchdown passes to lead the way. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. He's got a man wide open. It's Macklin. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. From midfield, here's Wentz. Connects with Sanu right side. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Offense readies for a 2nd and 1. Wentz to throw again. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
False start, offense.
3rd and 1, you had the run-pass option. Now, not so much.
Yeah, it changes the play call, doesn't it? And that's probably a big reason why those offensive coordinators laminate their play sheets. You can't just rip them and tear them up when you're angry about something like that.
It's caught by Jackson. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th, and we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll start the drive with Jamal Charles. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Here's a give, left side, it's Charles. And he'll get this across midfield to the 48. That second down run a big help. The 7 yards leaves him with just a 3rd and 3 now.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around a training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right?
And he lost the football. Charles loses it. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
When you think of Jamal Charles, you think of speed. Pure lightning, absolutely electric. And sometimes with those speed guys, the ball can get away from their body a little bit when they're carrying it, and some fumbles can result.
They were able to jar it loose there. Elsewhere, fourth quarter score now from Baltimore. The Browns, they have scored again to add on to their lead. Dak Prescott, 2 touchdown passes thus far. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something execute.
Mohamed Sanu with nobody ahead of him. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Holding offense.
Down in this one, they needed that score, but they'll have to hold at least for the time being.
You're exactly right. Points that they had to have. As you said, they have to regroup now and see if they can get them another way.
Wentz. Sanu with a grab over the middle. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. He'll get the penalty yardage back exactly, 10 yards, as they'll get it to 2nd and 10. Here's Wentz to throw. Getting it out left side to Sanu. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A good pickup there, 26 yards. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Macklin. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. On 2nd down, here's Wentz. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this one incomplete. So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's caught by Saleh. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Now Wentz. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Zach Ertz, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Eagles get a score closer. Sometimes those tight ends are a mismatch. They found the mismatch there.
And that's exactly why you want to draw up those types of plays, because coverage is just going to go to the natural guys, the guys that make the big plays on the outside. But if you work your tight end into it, that's a tough one for a defense to handle.
Tough. They couldn't handle it. It worked out for 6. And they're able to cut the deficit to 12. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And the Chiefs have got it. And with that, they should have a victory as well. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. Victory in the cards now for the Chiefs as they take a knee here. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Kansas City, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And they will hit the road next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they'll drop to 0-2. And they will be at home next week to take on the New York Giants. So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Chiefs victorious here as we say so long from Arrowhead.